When you hit 40, the reality of a natural decline in hormones starts knocking at your door, and almost imperceptibly, building muscle mass becomes an even greater challenge. Often, the frustration of not seeing the same results as before leads men to give up on training or believe they need to push themselves to the limit just to make any progress. The truth is, for the vast majority of men past this age, less is more. That's why today, you'll see the 8 best exercises to build an effective workout routine after 40. One that stimulates your muscles efficiently and safely, without overdoing it, and with special care to avoid common injuries. Stay tuned until the end because exercise number 4 is statistically the most important, not just for your muscles, but also for helping with declining testosterone. Exercise number 8, triceps dip. The big advantage of the triceps dip compared to other triceps exercises is that it directly works all 3 heads of the triceps brachii muscle, long, medial, and lateral, ensuring a complete stimulus for the area. Additionally, since it's a bodyweight exercise, it not only helps build strength but also improves body control, balance, and joint stabilization, especially in the shoulders and elbows. Another important benefit is its adjustable intensity. If you're just starting out or are over 40 and need to be more careful with your joints, you can easily modify the difficulty. The closer your feet are to your body and the more bent your knees, the easier the movement. On the other hand, the farther your feet are and the straighter your legs, the more challenging the exercise becomes. To perform it correctly, start by sitting on the edge of a sturdy chair or bench. Place your hands beside your body, palms firmly on the surface, aligned with shoulder width. Next, lift your hips off the bench and slide slightly forward, keeping your arms straight and your body close to the chair. Slowly bend your elbows to about a 90-degree angle, lowering your body until your arms are parallel to the floor, or as far as feels comfortable, always keeping your torso close to the chair to avoid straining your shoulders. Finally, push up using your triceps until your elbows are fully extended, contracting the muscle at the top of the movement. Avoid common mistakes when performing this exercise. One of the main ones is moving your hips too far from the chair. This puts excessive pressure on your shoulders and can lead to injuries. Remember, the closer your body stays to the chair throughout the exercise, the better you isolate the triceps and protect your shoulders. Another frequent mistake is lowering too far past the 90-degree elbow bend, which also stresses the shoulders and may cause joint discomfort. Be mindful of performing the movement too quickly. Controlled, slow reps ensure greater safety and a more effective muscle workout. Exercise number 7, decline push-ups. Decline push-ups are an excellent and more advanced variation of the traditional push-up. The biggest advantage of this version is its focus on the upper part of the pectoralis major muscle, a region that is generally difficult to develop with conventional exercises, especially if you have a more prominent or protruding clavicle. In this case, decline push-ups are almost mandatory, as they help fill out the upper chest, creating a fuller and more aesthetic appearance in the collarbone area and upper torso. By elevating your feet during the exercise, you change the angle of movement, shifting more of your body weight to the upper torso and increasing the exercise's intensity. That's exactly why this variation is more challenging than the traditional push-up, requiring greater body control, arm strength, and core stability, making it a complete exercise for developing the chest and upper body. To perform decline push-ups correctly, you'll need to place your feet on a firm, stable object, such as a chair, bench, or even a sturdy couch. The height of the support directly influences the difficulty. The higher it is, the more intense the push-up becomes. So start with lower heights until you feel confident. Lie face down and position your feet on the object, hip width apart or slightly closer together. Place your hands on the floor, aligned with your shoulders or slightly wider, keeping your arms fully extended. Your body should form a straight line from your heels to your head, without raising or sinking your hips too much. As you start the movement, engage your core and glutes to maintain stability. Then slowly bend your elbows, lowering your chest toward the floor. Lower yourself until you reach a good range of motion, typically until your chest nearly touches the ground or stops a few inches above it. Then, push your body back up, contracting your upper chest on the way up until your arms are fully extended, always maintaining total control over the movement. A frequent and dangerous mistake is letting your body drop too fast during the descent, which puts excessive stress on your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Additionally, failing to control the eccentric phase of the movement makes the exercise far less effective. So, always keep the descent slow and controlled, feeling the muscle work through every second. Exercise number 6, glute bridge. If you think training glutes is just for women, you're making a big mistake. Especially after 40, strengthening your glutes is essential, not just for aesthetics but for physical performance and overall health. Strong glutes help stabilize the spine, protect the hip and knee joints, improve posture, and prevent lower back pain, which becomes increasingly important as we age. The biggest advantage of the glute bridge is that it directly targets the gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in the body, while also activating the lower back, hamstrings, and core. This makes it a powerful exercise for building strength and mobility, especially important if you spend long hours sitting throughout the day. To perform it correctly, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Keep your arms relaxed at your sides. Before starting, engage your core slightly. Press your heels into the ground and lift your hips toward the ceiling, squeezing your glutes at the top of the movement. Your body should form a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Hold this position for 1 or 2 seconds, then slowly lower yourself back down, controlling every inch of the movement. Avoid common mistakes like lifting your hips too quickly or overarching your lower back. This shifts the focus away from the glutes and places unnecessary strain on the lower back, increasing the risk of injury. Another frequent mistake is pushing through the balls of your feet instead of your heels, which reduces glute activation. Exercise number 5, biceps curl. The dumbbell bicep curl is one of the best exercises, especially for those looking to build size and definition in the biceps. One major benefit is that each arm works independently, helping to correct common muscle imbalances at this stage of life. Additionally, using dumbbells allows for greater range of motion and freedom of movement, activating muscle fibers more effectively and delivering better results in less time. Performing it correctly is simple and straightforward. Stand upright with a straight back, core engaged, and knees slightly bent for better stability. Hold the dumbbells with your palms facing forward and arms fully extended at your sides. Then, slowly bend your elbows, bringing the dumbbells toward your shoulders while keeping your arms close to your body and avoiding any swinging. Pause briefly at the top of the movement, squeezing your biceps hard, then lower the weights in a controlled manner, never letting your arms drop suddenly. A common mistake you need to avoid is swinging your body to lift the weight. This takes the work away from the biceps, shifting the load to the lower back and reducing the exercise's effectiveness. Another mistake is not completing the full range of motion. Many people stop the curl before reaching the top or don't fully extend their arms on the way down, which limits the effectiveness of the exercise. Always use the full range of motion, maintaining complete control both on the way up and down. And I don't even need to tell you not to let the weight drop like a deadlift, right? Control that eccentric phase to maximize mechanical tension. Exercise number 4, calf raise. The calf is often called the heart of the legs, and for good reason. Keeping your calves strong brings significant benefits to vascular health. These muscles act as pumps that assist in venous return to the heart, which is essential for good circulation and for preventing issues like varicose veins and leg swelling. To perform this exercise correctly, start by standing with your feet parallel and shoulder width apart. Raise your heels, coming up onto the balls of your feet, then slowly return to the starting position. Perform 3 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions each. A great variation is doing the exercise on a step, increasing the range of motion by allowing your heels to drop below floor level. Another option is adding an isometric hold. Rise onto the balls of your feet and maintain that position for 30 to 60 seconds, repeating for 3 sets. Remember, calves are tough, stubborn muscles, so training them more frequently is recommended. The first mistake to avoid is performing the movement too quickly, without controlling the ascent and especially the descent. This drastically reduces muscle activation and increases the risk of tendon or ankle injuries. Another common mistake is using insufficient range of motion. Many people only raise their heels partially and don't fully extend the movement, limiting strength and hypertrophy gains. To fix this, make sure to rise all the way up onto your toes, fully contracting the calves at the top. A particularly serious mistake is bending the knees excessively during the exercise. Your knees should remain slightly bent for safety, but without significant movement, as too much bending shifts the tension away from the calves and places unnecessary strain on other areas of the body. Exercise number 3. Cycling. Our list wouldn't be complete without a cardiovascular exercise, and without a doubt, cycling is one of the best activities in this category. Unlike running or stair climbing, cycling has minimal impact on the knees, hips, and ankles, making it especially recommended for those who already experience discomfort or joint wear. Another major benefit is that cycling strengthens the lower body muscles, quadriceps, calves, and glutes, while also providing an intense cardiovascular workout. This not only improves your endurance, but also helps build a stronger, more resilient, and well-defined body. Cycling is also great for stimulating blood circulation, helping to prevent cardiovascular problems like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even heart disease. Regular cycling is also excellent for reducing stress, improving sleep quality, and boosting energy levels. When you ride, your body releases endorphins, hormones that enhance feelings of pleasure and well-being. Cycling outdoors can provide a deeper connection with nature and serve as a great way to relax and unwind, which is especially beneficial for mental health after 40. You can also easily adjust the intensity of your workout by shifting gears up or down, allowing the exercise to be tailored to any fitness level. Exercise number 2, pull-up. Now you might be thinking, but I can't do an unassisted pull-up. Don't worry, stick with me until the end of this explanation, and I'll give you a much easier way to start so you can progress to the full movement as you build strength and endurance. First, you need to understand why the pull-up is considered by many to be the ultimate back exercise. It's so complete and powerful that in many cases, people who train exclusively with pull-ups can still develop a wide, strong, and well-defined back. This is because the pull-up engages almost all the back muscles, especially the latissimus dorsi, the famous wing muscle that gives the appearance of a broad back and a more dominant posture. It also works the trapezius, rhomboids, and the rear delts. To perform a pull-up correctly, start by gripping the bar firmly with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width, palms facing forward. With your body fully hanging, initiate the movement by pulling your shoulder blades down and back. This is called scapular retraction. This step is crucial because it prevents you from relying solely on your arms and ensures maximum activation of your back muscles. Only after engaging scapular retraction should you start pulling your body up, keeping your chest elevated and aiming to bring your chin above the bar. Avoid the temptation to swing your body or kick your legs, as this takes the work away from your back and can even lead to injuries. One of the most common mistakes is skipping the scapular retraction before pulling up. When you fail to retract your shoulder blades, your shoulders take on too much stress, and you lose most of the back activation, making the exercise far less effective. Now, as I promised at the beginning, if you can't do a full pull-up yet, the best way to start is by using a resistance band. Attach the band to the bar and place one foot or knee in it, allowing the elastic to take some of your body weight. This makes the movement much easier, helping you gradually build strength until you can perform an unassisted pull-up. Exercise number 1, traditional squat. Since we've talked about the king of back exercises, now we need to talk about the king of leg exercises. No other movement works as many muscles at the same time while offering such broad benefits. Squats are especially valuable after 40 because they intensely strengthen the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings while significantly improving knee, ankle, and hip stability. As a bonus, squats also help boost natural testosterone and growth hormone production, both essential for maintaining strong muscles and healthy bones after 40. To perform a traditional squat correctly, stand with your feet approximately shoulder width apart, with your toes slightly pointed outward. Begin the movement by pushing your hips back, as if you were sitting in an imaginary chair, while keeping your chest open and spine straight. As you lower yourself, bend your knees in sync with your hips, ensuring they stay aligned with your toes and don't cave inward. Lower until your thighs are parallel to the floor, or as deep as your flexibility and mobility allow, as long as you don't feel pain or joint discomfort. Then, push through your heels to return to the starting position. keeping your core engaged throughout the exercise. One of the biggest mistakes to avoid is letting your knees move too far past your toes during the descent, which puts unnecessary strain on the knee joint. To prevent this, always initiate the movement with your hips, pushing them back before bending your knees. Another common mistake is rounding your back during the squat. This typically happens when someone has poor hip mobility or is using weights beyond their current ability. To fix this, always keep your chest open, looking straight ahead or slightly upward, and maintain a neutral, safe spine position throughout the movement.